I don't think I will ever be able to beg a man ever again to want to be with me.
I can't date people's potential anymore.
People ask, like, where is your home? And I'm like, I don't have a home. I have never been happier living out of 2 suitcases. I have literally nothing. I sold literally everything I own.
Last night, I officially changed the only dating app I use to men and women.
Whenever I get bummed that I don't have a man, I remind myself that I am, in fact, the motherfucking man, and I can take care of myself. Do I do it well? No. Has any man, though? Also no.
If you marry for money, but you love money, you're still marrying for love.
I'm so relieved that Christmas is over because it's just a reminder that I'm single, sitting here by myself.
Am I a divorced 40-year-old mom of 2? Yes.
The first time I realized I might have autism was when I went on a date with a guy and I talked about roller coasters for 2 hours straight.
It's one thing you wish your ex did better.
I'm sorry, but my ex was perfect and I f***ed it up, so.
What? What you do?
I was just crazy.
I love living alone, don't get me wrong, but don't be fooled. 90% of my nights are literally just me sitting in front of my TV or on my phone or reading. But if I'm being real, like, it does get very lonely sometimes. It would be cool to, on occasion, have a roommate or like a boyfriend or something. I literally do everything by myself.
I feel like you never hear this from anybody, ever, but I hate my tattoos and I wish I'd never gotten any of them.
Guys, do you want to know why 99% of women won't admit that? Because people don't like to admit that they were wrong. They would rather stick to the same narrative just so they can say that they were right.
I just covered this, tried to cover it because I'm in the process of removing this one first and then going for the other ones. And I just want my neck back so bad. I just want my hope. I want my skin back so bad. Don't get tattoos if you're really young because you end up just growing out of it and changing your lifestyle and then realizing that you don't like it.
Tell me why being single is like the most frustrating time ever. I hate it.
Make it make sense. You want a strong, confident, smart, independent woman until you get a strong, confident, smart, and independent woman. You want it until you have it, and then it's too much.
Ma'am, men don't want strong and independent women. They lie to you. Of course, if they see you're acting like this, of course they're going to say, yeah, I like it, because they want to smash you. But then they're going to ghost you. Men don't like women like that. Men don't want to date another man.
Can we talk about how more guys are attracted to women that dress modestly when they go out than women who wear slutty clothing?
I'm 35 years old, I'm single, and I'm heading into my 12th consecutive holiday season flying solo.
Just got back from a 5th date. It went bad. Words cannot even express how disappointing it is to get to 5 dates with someone and then leave knowing like I never want to see that man.
Alright, I have a confession to make while I'm literally not sober. So,
okay.
This man literally started farming carrots so he could have the carrots get put up my ass, bro.
What?
He farmed carrots so that I could stick them up my ass. He said, here are your carrots. You're gonna put them up your ass. And I was like, that's like the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me.
Okay, I have a question for the single men in New York City, aged like 29 to 34. Where are you on Saturday nights? Me and my single girlfriends, we're looking for you. Okay, we're looking for you. We really are. But we seem to only be able to encounter 23 to 25-year-olds.
I am not attacking men. I have a genuine question. How do you get told by society that it's weak to have emotions and then believe it when it logically doesn't make sense? It pisses me off.
Ma'am, to you it doesn't make sense because you only operate based on emotions. There is nothing logical about emotions. Let me give you an example. Have you ever said anything or did anything that you regret when you were angry? Yes, I bet you did. Lots and lots of people did. Well, you don't do that if you're a logical, calm person that doesn't get emotional. Why did you say that? Why did you do that? Oh, well, because I was angry. Oh, because I was sad. It's always based on emotions. It's not logical.
Being alone for the holidays fucking sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. And I knew this was gonna happen since like July.
Why do women say, dude? You're not a man to say to another man, dude. Why do they think that's okay, that's cute? It's not. But no man will ever tell you that. Why? Because he wants to smash. So he will lie. He will say everything you want to hear. And then he will ghost you. That's why you're still single, ma'am.
I've been mentally preparing myself. But you just don't realize how hard it's gonna be until it happens.
Do you know why they call it crazy cat lady? You might be mind blown because I just learned. Toxoplasma gondii. It's a parasite that only cats carry. And we can get it. They've also linked this to schizophrenia. What the real thing that really worries me about this is, they say it affects your mental health. And every 1 in 3 cat owners has it. That's where they got the term crazy cat lady.
Can you talk about the moment when you finally no longer believe in the fairy tale ending and start grieving that fact?
Yeah, it's when you need to put on glasses to read the comments. That's when.
I recently did a video about being a woman who has always had male attention, 20s, 30s and all through my 40s, and now I'm 52, I don't receive the same male attention.
I need a man,
Of
okay?
course.
Not for a relationship, not as a husband. I just need a man that knows what he's doing. I'm trying to renovate my house and I'm giving up, okay? Because after I fix one thing, another 10 more happen. It's just never ending, and there's a lot of shit I can't do, alright?
But I thought you were strong, independent women that could do anything that a man does. Why do you need men? Do it yourself, ma'am.
Right, and I'm trying to hire people, but nobody wants to work.
Another date, another waste of time.
Okay.
Went on a date with a lovely guy, a younger guy, 6 years younger than me, because I was like, you know what, I'll switch it up. So lovely, but I met him and instantly I just didn't feel the spark. I just knew. And you know what? People say these things grow. I spent a whole night with him. I waited for it to grow. It did not grow.
See, this is the problem. Women are waiting for Prince Charming to give them the spark. And if the spark doesn't happen, that's why she's still single at this age. I don't know her age, but she's still single. That's why. Because no man will ever give you the spark. Or the kinds of men that will give you the spark, they're not looking for you, ma'am.
Spoke so slowly that it would take, honestly, a minute for him just to say what he was actually doing. I'm just like, lads, it's painful. And I had about 4 drinks and I feel hammered. And I'm like, why did I bother? And he was so lovely. He really was. He was so nice and he's actually good looking. I just didn't feel it. I'm like, when will...
What did I tell you? It's not good to base everything on feelings, on emotions. They're not logical.
Will it get to the point that I actually feel something? That I'll be like, I actually fancy that guy with all my fucking might. But no, just nothing.
Here's how I plan to find a husband in 2025 with the help of my vision board and ChatGPT. Basically, for years, I've
Guys, let me know down in the comments. What is a vision board? I've never heard about that.
had a list of all of the things, all of the traits, characteristics, everything that I want in my ideal man. And it's good to do that even.
Ma'am, you will never meet your ideal man because you're not an ideal woman. So it doesn't matter how many vision boards you use or ChatGPT or whatever, you're going to be single forever if you don't lower your standards, your expectations.
And if you don't do what I'm about to say next, I took my list and I said to ChatGPT, I said, if I want a man who has all of the qualities below, what type of woman do you think he would want? So I put
First of all, not a woman making TikToks. So from the start, you don't qualify, ma'am.
Posted a video about guys not knowing what they want in their 30s, and let me tell you, the comments have me like shook. The amount of men saying that they don't want to get married because they don't want to have to take care of a woman is like absolutely mind-blowing.
They said they don't want to take care of someone that is equal of getting the same things that they had. Women have houses, women have cars, women have degrees, women have money. So you have what I have, but you want me to take the burden of your life and put it onto the burden that I already have. Where do we do that at? Like, that's what I don't understand. They just said they don't want to take care of. They didn't say they didn't want to support. They didn't say they didn't want to love you. They didn't say they didn't want to be there when you're down and out. They didn't say they didn't want to hold your hand while you sick and you being a big baby even though you didn't drink no water all day. They didn't say none of that. All they said is, you grown, I'm grown, you make money, I make money, you got burdens, I got burdens. I'm just not going to take all your burdens and put it onto mine while you do nothing for me.
My guy, you're right. But what is up with that blanket? I don't get it.
It sounds like they know what they want.
Is it true that men are less attractive to successful women?
Research finds that men don't place as much of a priority on that compared to women.
Oh my God. Who knew that men don't want strong and independent women? Who knew?
If you show a man a photograph of a woman who's dressed like a CEO and she's gorgeous, and you show a man a picture of a woman who's dressed like a Burger King service, person, and she's drop dead gorgeous, men are going to find her similarly attractive in both conditions. It doesn't matter. Woman could be doing, it doesn't matter what the woman is doing. And there's been research that shows this. They'll show.
Yeah, the problem is that the Burger King woman is way easier to get along with. The CEO woman is very manly. Why? Because she had to compete with a lot of guys to get into that position. So she has a lot of masculine traits. She's argumentative. Plus, she expects a lot more from a guy. So of course, men, if they had to choose, they would choose the Burger King woman. It's logical. It makes sense.
Men and women photographs of people in different types of outfits, and the men's ratings of how attractive the women are has just everything to do with how attractive the women are. Women rating men, it all depends on what they're wearing, right? Do they show cues to resource access? Do they not show cues to resource access? And women tend to modulate how physically attractive they find men based on whether or not they have these cues related to provisioning ability. So I don't know if there was a really...
Yeah, guys, this is why I tell you, it's very important how you dress. Yeah, it is. If you want to attract a certain kind of woman, you will get a different response based on how you are dressed, based on how they perceive you.
Attractive, and there are a lot of really attractive females in positions of power. Men will find them just as attractive as they do somebody who's not in a position of power, although they may be, potentially less likely to choose them as a long-term mate, if there's issues related to power dynamics and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I am sat here on Christmas Eve on my own, which is fine. It is fine. But I am 46 years old, obviously, and this is the first time ever in my 46 years I have been on my own on Christmas Eve.
I went on a date and it's like, it was good. And then yet, I'm just tired of, I don't know. The bill came. The bill didn't come. He asked for the bill. And in French, he said 2 bills. And then so they came. And I was like, if someone says, I want to take you out, then I want to be taken out, which means to me...
Yes, ma'am, but you wanted equality. And that's not equality. That's you taking advantage of his money. So he said, oh, you are a strong, independent woman that is a feminist that believes in equality, so let me be the gentleman and split the bill.
to pay and whatever. So we did that. I paid and it's fine. And then after I was honest and I just said it, like, I don't know. Cause I said like, yeah, I thought you were going to take me out. And like, to me, that means pay. And then suddenly his English wasn't so good anymore. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest and like, whatever, what else do I have to lose? I just want to be honest because there's a way that I want to be treated. And like, I might as well just tell someone, like, what else do I have to lose? I don't know. And then like afterwards he was like, next time I'll pay. Like unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? And I said, yeah. And then I texted him after and I'm like, I had a nice time, thanks. And then he read it and didn't respond. And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of... I'm happy I was honest.
Guys, doesn't she look happy? She looks so happy. This is what feminism has done to women.
So I have been ghosted.
Okay.
Yes, the architect did ghost me. I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm getting ready to go out to dinner with a girlfriend. We're gonna go out, have some drinks, remind myself that I am that girl. His loss.
Yes, of course, ma'am. You are that girl that gets ghosted. Of course.
If you're a woman who has gone through your education, you've dedicated yourself to achieving a degree, you know, your mother's generation wasn't able to achieve this, and you're the first person that's maybe gone to uni or got a bachelor's or got a master's or got a PhD, and then you spend some time in a career grinding away and you now earn 150 grand a year, you think, right, I'm 31, I'd love to settle down, this would be amazing for me. Where are all of the men at? Hang on a second. And what you realize is that not only now are you competing with all of the other increasing cohort of women that are high achievers with status, employment, and education, but you're also competing with a 21-year-old barista who still lives at home with her parents for this small cohort of guys.
Whenever men tell women that their standards are too high and that you're delusional, when I heard it back in the day, I used to be like, y'all are just some haters. Y'all are pathetic.
Of course, ma'am, because you just thought about it emotionally. How it made you feel. You didn't think logically.
And y'all be on some hating shit. Like, women, don't lower your standards. Girl, do not lower your standards. These men are pathetic. They're just being some haters. Initially, that was my thought. But now, I honestly unfortunately, I have to agree with the men. Women are delusional. And our standards are too high.
Yeah. He's grown up being told that girls are sugar, spice, and everything nice. They are angels that can do no wrong. And two, that he will be loved and chosen purely for who he is. And then the boy gets into the real world and then he learns, one, women are human beings with great qualities and their flaws. Some women are amazing and some are manipulative and narcissistic. And two, a woman can like you for who you are, but she will not choose you for who you are. There is tangible value you have to bring as a man for her to choose you. And so this dose of reality completely shatters a young man's frame in what he believed a woman is.
Okay, asking a guy, true or false? If he wanted to, he would.
Definitely true.
Really?
100%.
Oh, I disagree. True.
Why do you think she disagrees, guys? Because she can't get the man that she wants to commit to her. That's why. And she thinks, oh, it can't be me. I'm perfect. Of course you're going to disagree, ma'am.
True or false? It's best to wait to be intimate, you know what I mean, with a guy after the first date, like 3 dates in or more.
Coming from a guy who often gets intimate with people on the first date, if your goal is to date, I would definitely recommend against getting intimate on the first date.
Right?
100%.
Yeah, because sleeping with that guy on the first date may send the wrong message. It can make you look like a 3 or 4.
100%.
If you want,
and if that guy is looking for a long-term relationship or marriage, he will ghost you after that.
on a date, if the girl wants to date, she should wait.
100% should wait.
True or false? Men categorize women when they first meet them into like girlfriend, hookup, whatever.
100% true.
No, that's false. Only weak, stupid men do that. She can be a supermodel, the best looking woman you've ever saw. If she doesn't have other qualities that can make her a good girlfriend, a good wife, a good mother, it doesn't matter. If you can't get along with her, if she doesn't bring you peace, how long can you last with her? Even if she's the best looking, at some point you get tired. At some point you break down. You can't handle it anymore. At some point you want to break up. So only stupid men judge women just based on look. I did that. I was a big simp. I had 2 failed relationships where I had nothing in common with those girls just because they looked good. And what happened? I just wasted my time.
Really?
100%.
Like how what's the time frame that you categorize a woman?
Some of the times it can be before you even meet someone. Like if you hear details about this person and you get like a general holistic view of someone, very quickly upon meeting someone, you typically have a pretty strong concept of who they are, at least one that's fully fledged.
And what you want.
So since I've decided that marriage is no longer really the goal, I have completely changed up what I actually care about in dating and what I'm looking for, which is something that I never thought that I would do. And when people used to joke like, oh, just wait until you get older, like just wait until you get older, this long list of requirements, you won't have it anymore. I used to think that that was coming from a place of them saying like, oh, well, when you get older, like especially once you hit 30, like if you're still single, then you're going to be willing to settle. And I do.
Yeah, of course. You either lower your standards or you're going to be alone with cats.
Do think that that is the intention of what they were trying to say. However, they were right. They were right in a certain sense and very wrong in another sense. So hear me out. They're right in the sense that when you date enough, you come to realize that there are very few men that are really going to add to your life. There are really very few men that are worth the headache and the back and forth of a long-term commitment.